What's up players, it's me RageMaster. We are checking out the videos from the tutorial that played in the background and doing a full strategic analysis of all gameplay decisions so you can work out my thought frame on route to the win. So obviously the game starts out in the airplane right here, and the first point of order is to check the map right here, and I'm deciding to pick Clifton as my drop location. It's right on the edge of the first ring, and that's going to allow me to loot in absolute peace, get my gear up, and be on the periphery of all the combat, so I can just face inwards towards the final ring location and encounter all enemies en route. This is just a cursory glance behind during the descent to make sure I'm not being followed, and we are touching down for the looting session. Now there's nothing too remarkable about looting, you just plow through all the points of interest. I'm going even further towards the edge of the ring right here to make sure that I don't have any enemies who are going to eliminate me in the first round. As I say, pretty basic stuff in the what I refer to as the first phase, which is all about looting safely. No encounters thus far, and we get back into real time here. And looking at the map, it's round 2, and I am absolutely miles away from the blue ring, which means I'm going to keep taking damage, but I'm still unlikely to find any sort of resistance on the way into the end zone. It's slightly a little bit concerning because I know I'm at the back of the pack. I know I'm probably not going to reach the end zone before anyone else, so I am trying to beeline it straight towards the final ring location. But I know I've got a little bit of money in the bank here, about 5-6k, so I decided to drop just on this point of interest. I've got plenty of heals in the bank to heal against the storm damage, a few Mika deployables, which I do use later on, and then we find a few more bandages, which keeps me alive outside the game zone. Now on the way back into the ring here, there's a purple shop, which allows me to get a few upgrades right here, and of course it's completely safe right now. I know I'm at the back of the pack, so it's a backpack upgrade, which is obvious choice right here, and we continue on to try and gain some progress towards the end zone. This is sort of transitioning into what I would call phase 2, which is the transit travel stage of the game. Now again, once again, you want to be trying to travel safely. The objective, if you looked at my strategy guide, is to travel to the end zone with as much gear as safely as possible. That is the core of the strategy right here. So a zip line allows me to take the path up. It's unlikely that anybody's going to be turning their head back into the storm, and I know that I can travel right past the red shop here with little to no threat. And obviously have a quick look in the points of interest. Unlucky, I found the backpack which I did buy from the previous shop. That's just the way it goes. But I also pick up a data transfer mission, which is pretty good for me. Red shop, I haven't got anything, no money to buy anything from that red shop here, so we are carrying on, and I've noticed that the mission objective is en route, so straight up to the high ground to get the observational advantage right here. And yeah, we've got an LMG as a primary. We're looking pretty geared. We could pretty much take anybody on so long as we've got the element of surprise. And just enough time here to once again pick up some bandages, heal the storm damage. I'm really not that bothered about the storm right now, it's still round 2. And we've seemed to find somebody else's backpack here, which doesn't really have anything that I want, so we can carry on right now. So we're still in the storm right now, managed to hit another zip line and still get an incredible view of the play zone as we go towards the inside, to get outside the storm. And obviously it's brilliant here because on the way I'm able to satisfy this mission, which is going to give me the best armor in the game. It's the red armor, so that was quite lucky to pick up the mission and pick up the objective before I've even got back into the game zone. And this has all occurred before I've even seen one player. Full armor, decent weapons. We're listening to a combat on the left side right now. Doesn't seem to be focused on us. Not too worried about it. Just got to stay in my lane now. Checking the map. I'm looking good. Got enough ammo here, got enough money here at least for a silencer and to pimp out properly the RC here. And we're going to just continue on. trying to get back into that zone at this point because the storm is gonna be incredibly damaging, and this guy is looking the wrong way. So I just came up on him from behind. He probably had no idea I was there. It's completely unreasonable for him to expect me to be this far behind in the storm, and that's one of the benefits of deviating somewhat from the strategy that I outlined in the previous video, and being late into the zone. So you can come up behind enemies. The main mistake that guy made was that he wasn't quick enough. He was dawdling about on the edge, and he didn't realise that he was not the player at the back of the pack, so managed to get a really nice looting session off him, grabbed all the stuff I need. I'm pretty much sorted now for loot. Grab one of the injectors, use that on the way in, just to boost the health, make sure I'm full health by the time I get into the storm. Another one for the road. And yeah, we can keep going. I don't open my parachute there because flaring out your parachute unnecessarily when you come into the zone, it gives people an audio alert and it makes your visual profile much bigger here, so sometimes it's not the best choice. I think I do open the chute here, just for a little boost into the zone right here, and this is the first time we've actually entered the game zone here. And we are round 3 before I've even touched the blue zone. So I'm still completely in the other end of the end zone position here. I do hear some shots ringing out to the right, so it's best to keep a low profile, try and spot the enemy before they spot you. Keeping a good eye on that mountain, because that's where I thought it was from. And just keeping your head on a swivel. I notice a player, and he's down. Pretty easy kill there. He wasn't looking in my direction either, probably not expecting anybody to come out the storm. So I'll catch that guy cold as well. That's an easy 2 kills, just for being on the back of the pack here, which isn't really, as I say, aligned with my strategy of reaching the end zone first, but we can sort of remedy that here with this zip line. So this zip line allows me to travel pretty much the entire distance. We've got some combat here on the right, but it's not against me. And I can just fly all the way over to the end zone, which is marked here by that orange waypoint. And I am looking for the dominating positions now in this phase 3, which is securing the best end zone positions. We're floating over now, and the obvious choice is right on top of the control tower. The only way other players can get up to reach me on this tower is to join me in the air, and if I'm occupying it first, then they are going to struggle to land on the platform with me. That guy kind of looked like he was squaring to join me on the platform, but because I reached the platform first, he decided not to. He peeled off, and I got an easy kill. Death from above. Just gatted him with the RC. It's no problem. So we are camping now, waiting for this round to end so we can get an updated position on the true end zone here. That's the green circle. I'm outside of it right now, so I'm just going to zoom the map here just to get an idea of exactly where it's going to close. It's on the right side of the airport. Update the orange waypoint. I can see where that fight is going to take place now, and I've got the high ground, so I can fast travel there, ideally before anyone else. So, flying over now. We are just about to pass this warehouse roof. I notice a player directly underneath me. He hasn't noticed me. Element of surprise. That guy was looking in the wrong direction. He had 360 degrees to cover from aerial assault, and he was not looking to his left there, so he lost the initiative and I gained it. And we are 3 kills in, and I am now first to the end game position. Somebody's noticed me come in, but I'm not too bothered about it. We're using lifter drone now to get the high ground. High ground, even just a little bit of high ground is worth having. It just means you can't just get run up on and rushed. The cover goes down that I collected earlier on, and we are now monitoring for threats. Fully armoured up, full reset from the last battle. Eyes are out. Audio reveal on the left. Check player count is at 6, so it's me and 5 other players. So it's not preferable for me to go out and engage anyone right now. I've got a good defensible position. Everybody's got to come to me, and it's likely that other players are going to kill each other, making my job easier with the end game engagement. So we're just waiting right here. I've got good ammo, I've got good weapons, I've got the best armor, I've got a few grenades, and we're just seeing if we can just see if we can just find any players that may or may not expose themselves, especially the ones that are close to me, who are likely to engage me before anyone else. So I'm suspecting these containers on the left, that there might be somebody in them. It's obviously one of the positions I haven't got cover on this elevated platform, but if we just hold here, we should be okay. Some of the players drop in, pull the scope off. I'll give this guy hell. He takes cover, rad grenade goes in, that's going to flush him out. Rad grenade hits at the back, it's going to push him out the front. And that is a textbook win, absolutely textbook win. I think there was just 4 kills in that one. Superb. That's how you want to do it. I didn't have any problems in any of the engagements there, had the advantage with every single one, and that's exactly how you want to play it. So once again, back in the plane for this one. It's round 1 all over again, and we are checking the map for a decent drop location. Shutter opens. Didn't lay down a waypoint for this one, but it's probably going to be the airport, because I love looting the airport when it's outside the ring. It is going to be the airport right here. So we are going straight for the control tower, work our way down top to bottom, grabbing all the loot once again. So, standard. Dropping outside the game zone, making sure I haven't got much company, grabbing as much stuff as possible before the first engagement, putting myself in the absolute best possible position to approach the end zone with as little conflict as possible. So it's a pretty damn good looting session here. Got myself an AK Alpha, picked up loads of armor plates. Carrying on down, managed to find a pink backpack, which is just probably the best upgrade in the game in my opinion. And we are progressing through. Got myself a secondary weapon. Jump into the silos. Now the silos have got some really nice loot crates, which you can pretty much grab everything, including a revived syringes, and carrying on through over the fences and into the first warehouse. So this is where we join the game zone right here, just to penetrate the blue ring. So we are getting ready for any sort of engagements. Other players like to hang on the periphery of the ring on the inside. So we're crouching down here just to make sure we don't give any sort of audio reveal to players who are ahead. And as I suspect there are players right ahead. That guy, who knows what that guy was doing, but he didn't expect me to come from behind. Had absolutely no cover. My aim wasn't spot on. And we got another enemy on the left as well here, so I do hear footsteps on the left. Change target priority to the threat, and the threat is on the left side here. Other players are engaging ahead of me, and I don't mind to stay in the storm. So I get that pickup right there. Audio reveals gave his position away, and I was being pretty stealthy in that one, so he didn't even know to look in my direction. Oh, checking his bag right here. We can restore our health from his inventory. Looks like we can slap a laser. Or can we? No. Unlucky. So I'm trying to figure out how I can get this laser on a weapon here. Decided to just put it in the backpack to save it for later. Seems like I haven't actually got a weapon I can attach it to, but hey ho, we're pretty close to the red shop here. Still haven't gone into the ring, and we know there's other players around, which is why I'm going into stealth mode. I don't want them to turn their head towards me. I want to see them first, and I want them to have absolutely no idea of my presence when I open up. It seems that the coast is clear. So burst back into sprint mode here, just to get the zip line, which just allows me to scan the immediate area. I do take a hit off someone, which reveals their position. Don't really take that much damage, but it allows me to slap a piece of cover down and get a full reset. And I've pretty much got his bearing. I've got a really nice position to open up on him from here. Grenade goes in. I'm trying to win this fight. I'm going to need to win this one to progress here. I'm slightly overcooking my grenades, which is bad. Bad RageMaster. Very bad grenades, bro. Allows me to get into the shop here, and I can buy a good weapon, which I currently don't have. Rip off the compensator, slap it on the RC, rip off the decent sight, that goes on. I realise I need a silencer. I normally buy the silencer before the grip. Laser goes on the RC, silencer goes on the MP5. So we're looking good here. A few other packs of ammo, and I'm pretty much geared now. I've got decent weapons. I've got a good chance here with my loadout to survive any sort of battle. And the guy who I was shooting at seems to have backed off, which is a good idea from him. He didn't really have many advantages against me, but I've got absolutely no interest in chasing that one player. My survival chances are high if I just disengage, move over to the right, and avoid the major conflict zone right now, which is the city. City is a very risky place to be. Lots of nooks, lots of crannies, lots of places to divert your focus. Audio alerts don't tell you whether the players are on the ground or above on the roofs. So I don't particularly like spending much time in the city unless I can get the end game advantageous positions. But it looks like I'm going to need to go into the city here. Decide to parachute in. I don't want to spend much time in this open area, so I'm trying to weave myself inside the buildings, get some decent cover, try to lose anybody who might have spotted me on the way in. So in through a window. Escort mission activated. I don't think I'm that bothered about it. And we are just digging in, making sure to not reveal our presence. Getting more confidence by the second that nobody spotted me go in. I've got nobody watching me, ready to ambush me as I run. So we're just going to change it up here, get a little bit closer to the end game position. I've got my suspicions that there might be people around, so detect grenade goes out, reveals no one. I'll take high ground position, obviously my favourite positions, you know I'm always banging on about that. And we zipline over to this other building. Now this engagement is pretty interesting right here. I've gone into stealth mode. You'll notice I don't come out of stealth mode until I've killed this next guy. I'm making sure that I do not give any audio alerts to anyone else who might want to join me on this roof. So if people do join me on this roof, they won't know I'm here. Sneaking behind the back of this air conditioning here. Everything seems quiet. I'm getting good observation in. I'm hearing footsteps. I think that's a threat, but it doesn't turn out to be a threat, so I don't open fire. And because I don't open fire, that guy totally doesn't realise that I'm there. If I'd have opened up on that parachutist guy, this guy would have killed me 100%. So you got to recognise the value of an engagement. Potentially I could have killed that guy in the parachute, but I've had a really, really tough battle on this roof here, so I haven't got space for all of those grenades in his pack, so I throw the ones that are going to give me intel right now. The tech beacons go out, but they don't find anything. Still got a high ground position. We're still looking good for the win here. So again, it's all about playing it cool. Round 3 tells me that I'm inside the green ring, so I don't particularly need to move. I can just sit and observe. We're looking at players spiraling from respawns. This might even actually be a reborn mode, so sort of thinking now about where the best possible position is going to be now. And obviously I'm not going to abandon any high ground, paying particular attention to this guy. Gunfire interrupts his flight. God knows where he was going. But I consider that maybe he might want to rush in, so I decide to briefly engage this guy. Probably not necessary, but I knew that this guy, I'm his focus, so I just want to make sure that I am competing against him. We get more Mika upgrades right here. Potentially we can use those in the end game. We've still got 1 slot, and we do pick up the rifle extension right there, which gives us an extra 10 rounds per mag. That's an underrated upgrade. Always try and get that if you can. And we're keeping our eye left to see if that guy's going to break cover from underneath that bridge. He doesn't. So it's time to just leave him behind. He's going to slow me down if I spend any more time concentrating on that guy. So I decided to just come out of the city right now and take a little bit of an angle on the periphery. See if I can spot him underneath the bridge. I don't actually see anything. No trace of him. I've got no idea really where he's gone. I wouldn't mind getting that guy in case he sort of flanks me. Keep sidestepping down into the trench to give me defilade cover from anybody who might be watching in the city. It's a half decent camping spot for a few moments. I'm considering whether he's behind that pillar. I decide that is not, and then I've got to concentrate on getting that end game position. Abandon that consideration, abandon that kill, and prioritise getting the end game position right here. And that includes getting an intermediate position. Turn back. I think I might have noticed him. Maybe he's coming up behind me. I don't see anything. Still probably prudent to cover that angle, seeing as that was the only player that I know who knows where I am. So I'm slightly paranoid about that direction, as you can see. We're still looking. We're still looking, and I'm happy with my position currently until the next round. I'm not making any audio. I'm not opening up shots. We've seen other players come in to the game zone. I put a couple of shots on this guy, probably unwise, seeing as I was never really going to get the kill here. All I did really was give away my position, so that was probably not the best choice in that situation right here. If you wanted to now, he could just pop his head over that roof and get me as I'm sprinting across, but I'm pretty lucky that I managed to keep his head down. And I take a position behind these billboards. Now I've got a drone in hand. That's going to allow me to get an intermediate endgame position right here. And I'm taking parachute access to this rooftop, and the only access to this rooftop is via parachute. So I know I'm pretty safe here. I know people can't run up on me. People can't zip up to me. The only threats here are enemies parachuting in and people using lifter drones. So lifter drones make an audio alert, and I'm pretty sure at this late stage in the game nobody else is going to be parachuting in. 7 players remaining. We are holding. I'm taking a big interest in the rooftops, as soon as that's where I'm going to get shot from, if anywhere. All the rooftops look clear. So the ring's coming in to close off these potential rooftop threats. That rooftop still stays within the zone, so it's still a threat. Monitoring other places, I can see a guy. I don't know whether to open up or decide to. It's a takedown. Slightly clumsy reload. But I managed to get the kill and the finish on that guy. Again, I caught him cold. He didn't know where I was. He didn't have any cover because I had the high ground. Then we've got a guy here at the red shop who manages to tuck away. But if they tuck away, you can always get them indirectly with a grenade. Grenade goes in. Red grenade lands pretty sweet. Starts doing damage. The damage reveals their position. That's flushed him out into the street. I don't manage to get a finish, but that guy is probably panicking. His combat effectiveness is reduced. He's probably got to pop a few heals or armor to fully reset from that one. So I'm still happy with my position here. Zoom in, we can still see that my roof is going to be within the end zone, but I decided to get an even better rooftop position here, which I know is going to be fully enclosed, especially since I've been detected. We've got a parachutist. That's about the only sweaty kill I needed to actually participate in, is this guy's direct challenge. Fortunately, I could hear him come in, and he probably jumped off the tower block to reach my position. So I'm abandoning this position now. I don't need it. It's probably going to get closed out. So I'll go to a rooftop. That is going to give me endgame position. And now I've got the high ground. People have got to cross open cover. And this, I've already won the game by this point. Getting to this position has pretty much secured me the win on this game. All I really need to do is look out for players crossing the open ground. Figure out where they are. I pretty much know they're all going to come from this sort of 90-degree angle in front of me here. I know I'm first to the other side of the zone, so all I need to do is just turn back in. This one's in the bag, really. So they're going to come out of one of those 2 buildings, 100%, or from around the sides. So I'm just trying to dial in the position of the last guy or few guys. I know that the closing ring is going to start pushing them out of these buildings. I've got 2 rad grenades left. So what I'm trying to do here is put up an AOE field in their predicted line of travel. This guy breaks on the left side, goes back into the building, starts taking damage once again from the rad grenades, and it is all over for this one.
Perfect. Perfect.
No problem whatsoever. That end game position was played by the numbers. So I'm going to end this video by just showing you that I have got literally hundreds of gigabytes worth of Contractors Showdown wins to edit. And if you enjoyed this format of strategic analysis on winning games, let me know in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I am going to finish this video by showing you one of my greatest Contractor Showdown moments ever.
It's got a rough deal on them.
It's a 3v1 clutch.
Deal on that spawn then.
My entire squad has perished, and I'm against a complete team of 3 players, and my last respawn didn't give me any weapons for some reason. It got bugged out. So I start from absolutely nothing here.
I've got no ammo.
And we're going to take a deep dive analysis of this one first thing in the next video. So while you enjoy this clip, I just want to say that I hope to see you watching me strategically analyse my wins in a video in the near future. And as for now, it's me, RageMaster, signing out.
This way. This way.
Yeah, down the bottom. Yeah, to your left, on the road.
Oh shit, this is going to be bad.
Sorry, you're going to win, mate, it's all good. What'd you get?
XM.
I mean, that's not bad. Right, they're going to be all up that mountain now. Yeah, back at Lost Resort area. Just hide, mate, just literally hide right there and just wait for me to come down and see what you can do. In fact,
watch. No, watching this is probably the best. Watch them detect my ass now.
But do you not think it's better if you try and ping them up before they even get to you? Because if they get to you, there's a restack.
Ping them up?
Yeah, like, I mean, like, try and down them before they get to you so that it's you even the fight out. Instead of it just a free stack jumping on you. Never know.
Really close. It's fucking really close. One's on the hill.
Yeah. Right up the top.
Hopefully he didn't see me.
I saw him though. But I don't know, it did look like he was looking in your direction, but there's no shot at you yet.
I need to isolate him.
I don't know how you're going to do that. You're going to need to just try and hit headshots rapid and try and get one down, get them scared.
Well, they're going to be pushed from where they are and stuff.
Nice, one. Maybe change position. Make sure they don't get a revive on him though. Nice, one behind you then. Probably. Watch. Yeah, up there somewhere.
Nice. Clutch! Woo!
Master clutch, man.
Fuck yeah!
GG, bro.
Nice call on the crate there, bro. It would have been a different story with a knife.